right, here we are again. So this week we're going to have a theme of talking about process in creating content. And the reason is that I think in marketing it's really easy to focus on the creativity, like the creative of certain campaigns and stuff, and think that like in order to do great marketing you've got to be either get the virality or whatever. And so we focus on the creative, and so when we're building campaigns, we've just got to be so witty or awesome and to make it worthwhile. I don't think that's particularly true, and although that's kind of like the natural way to think about things. So my belief is that process eats creativity for breakfast, partly because I think good process leads to more sustainable creativity. And yeah, so here's what I mean. I imagine very few of us, particularly in like the United States, where we value individuality, freedom, creativity, innovation so much that we probably don't like the idea of a process. Like we don't like doing it. It's boring. It's the same thing every day. It doesn't allow you to like think and expand and like just think creatively, right? Like it's just a step-by-step thing that you just knock out and then you're done. In an ironic sort of twist, my belief is that doubling down on process actually yields to better outcomes and more spontaneous moments than just focusing on creative thought. And it's because you nail down, sorry, I keep looking over because I'm looking at my notes here. So it's the fundamentals. So I'll think of like a sports analogy. Overall, if you look at like the best players in sports, particularly in maybe like it's easier to see in maybe like kids sports or high school sports or even college. A lot of the best players have like the fundamentals down. So like in basketball, if you've got like this pure shot, this really pure fundamental shot, like you're good. And the fundamentals are key. So I think the fundamentals in marketing are key too. So like what would the fundamentals be? It's, well, if I'm a marketer, my job broadly is to build awareness for our brand and product in a way that allows me to create demand and capture demand. And the basics tactic of how we do this is create content. People spend all their time online. You know, it's been this way since before the internet, by the way. Content was in newspapers, it was in billboards, it was in TV ads, it was all the same thing. It's all the same thing. We consume media. It's messaging that gets out to us. Sometimes that's in word of mouth, but most cases it's not. And so if it's creating content and then figuring out a way to distribute it and get in front of people, then a process is going to be the way that you can do this on a repeatable basis and scale it. So I think the competitive edge, is building process that allows you to out-create and out-distribute other companies with the same resources that you have, and maybe even companies that have some more resources than you have. And then you just do that time and time again. So I think that's why good marketing can be hard to come by sometimes, because we put the focus on this creative moment, and it's like you just have to nail it. You just want this to be so good. It's a one-and-done thing. You feel, even if it drives great results, right? A one-time thing has a very short shelf life. Content has a short shelf life as far as impact. And so if you're not creating it consistently, often, then I think it's more powerful to do it that way. So everybody's got ideas, everybody's got creativity, but I think what we all don't have, I'm including myself as I figure this out, by the way, is I haven't had the discipline to create content at like a competitively superior level than others over time. So So that's what I think needs to change. And let me know what you think.